Good afternoon. My name is Julia Baranova. I am a New York-based insurance consultant working with people across the United States, advising them regarding various types of protection, especially with life, disability, long-term care insurance. And I started this channel for educational purposes so that people who are interested to learn and know more about protection, how it can apply to them and their families, how it can help them, would listen to me, watch me, and follow my content for more education to be able to better make the decisions about their lives. Today, I would like to talk about subject very important to me that I'm super passionate about, which in a way became a highlight of my career, my passion, and this is protection, life insurance with living benefits. What is living benefits? If we put aside such living benefits as cash value life insurance, which many of you know, where you put money away inside the insurance policy, it can be either type or life, index life, any, and money grows. You can use it for different purposes going forward, many, many years to come until the day you die natural death at some point later. Today, I want to focus on living benefits that are related to possible bad and critical diagnoses that so many people in the United States get, and we see and hear about it all the time. Pretty much everyone's life is somehow impacted by diagnosis of cancer. Either we ourselves or our relatives or our friends were sick with cancer, diagnosed with cancer, treated, or unfortunately passed away. Same goes for the heart attack, same goes for the stroke, and many other different diseases. We see GoFundMe all the time in our local Facebook groups, via email. All the time people get sick. 1 in 3 men during their lifetime will get a diagnosis of cancer, and 1 in 2 women will get a diagnosis. Every 40 seconds, there is either heart attack or stroke in the United States, and that creates incredible losses, both health losses, but also financial losses for the health system, as well as patients themselves. This kind of diseases can be critical and devastating. Even if you save some money every year, you think I'm putting 10,000, 20,000, even more into my savings fund, like, you know, this dark day when we need something, you know, some emergency happens. In case there is such a very strong illness where either alternative treatments are required or the person is unable to work and therefore they're not getting income, they're just like my friend from Kyrgyzstan. She's in bed with the 3rd stage cancer and she's unable to even, you know, feed herself. She's so weak during the chemo. So money has to come from somewhere, and if there is no money in the savings or not enough, the person basically goes broke and has a much higher chance of earlier demise than if they had access to the money. So where this money comes from, for critical illness, this money can come from such a called life insurance with living benefits from critical illness riders. Most comprehensive riders would cover conditions like the ones we just mentioned, as well as blindness, ALS, Lou Gehrig disease, transplant, renal failure, some others. Basically, instead of having to die for someone to collect from your life insurance policy, the insurance company would upfront you the money and pay you sometimes very substantial amounts, like on $1 million policy, someone with 2nd, 3rd degree, you know, heavy diagnosis may collect 500,000-600,000 right away and use it for their care, use it for all the expenses that they need. It's very important, and sometimes it does save life. People are known to recover because they had inflow of money that they could properly use for their care and for their treatment. Same goes for chronic illness. We all see those old people that are accompanied by their home attendant. These are people who are unable to perform certain functions of daily living. They cannot move by themselves. They need to be fed. They need to be taken into shower. They need to help with toileting. These people are chronically ill. They can be ill because they're old and they just, certain diseases brought them to this state. Or, for example, as a result of a stroke, a person can get partially paralyzed and have complications. Again, hiring someone to take care of you, and for most of you, Medicaid is not an option yet, because Medicaid is for very old and very poor people, but money has to come from somewhere. So the place where it can come from is such an insurance policy that has a chronic illness rider. For certain policies, it's called long-term care rider. It works a little bit different, but the principle is that the money is upfronted to you, and every year you can collect a certain decent amount that can be used for your care. Two other riders are terminal illness. If the person is diagnosed with certain illness or trauma, and the doctor is predicting that they may die within a year to 2 years in certain states, the company may prepay the death benefit upfront. It will be a percentage of the death benefit. For example, on $1 million policy, you may be able to collect 500,000, 800,000 or more, depending on the diagnosis and expectancy, life expectancy, which also can be very critical because, for example, I know a situation where a wife, because she had this benefit, she was sitting with a dying husband, she was able to quit her job, and 6 months, instead of working and trying to make ends meet, trying to fight, and feed the kids, she was able to basically sit with her loved one husband and, accompany him towards his end, which was a very loving environment. And they basically, they had the proper goodbyes. I recommend that if you already have an advisor and you are contemplating purchasing or upgrading life insurance policy, ask your advisor about life insurance with living benefits. There are a few companies in the US who offer them. I am associated with one of them. It's called National Life Group as a broker. And I am very consumed with an idea that every client of mine has to know about those options. If you're buying a certain protection, if you're buying a life insurance, you might as well buy a policy that will protect you from all various risks, financial risks, not just, you're dying and then someone collecting. Sometimes it makes a lot of sense for people, and it's suitable for all ages. It's just in some cases they're looking more towards long-term care, function. In some, instances, people have certain history of cancer or cardiovascular disease in their family, so they feel comfortable that, God forbid, something happens, they will have a proper protection. I will be happy to answer any questions personally. You can schedule a consultation. I will put information in comments. If you just liked my presentation, please subscribe to the channel, put a like, share with friends. I will be happy to be helpful to you. All the best and Happy New Year.